Olá, sejam bem-vindos novamente a mais um episódio do Bodpapo Podcast aqui no canal da G.L.M.R.B, grande loja maçônica regular do Brasil. Para quem não me conhece, sou o Grão-Mestre Cristiano de Almeida, é uma honra, um prazer tê-los aqui neste novo episódio do nosso Bodpapo Podcast. Antes de apresentar o nosso nobre convidado de hoje, não se esqueçam dos recados iniciais. Se inscrever no canal, curtir o vídeo, compartilhar o vídeo, isso nos ajuda bastante a chegar ao maior número de pessoas e também aqui trazer maçons que realmente entendem do assunto e podem compartilhar conosco suas experiências de vida, suas experiências maçônicas, que servirão não só aos irmãos maçons, mas todos os simpatizantes da Ordem. No link da descrição, você fica por dentro dos nossos trabalhos institucionais e também diversas informações sobre a Ordem Maçônica e também sobre a nossa potência, a grande loja maçônica regular no Brasil. Sem mais delongas, hoje estou aqui com o nobre grão-mestre da Malásia, Akbal Sandhu, que teve aí um tempo para que pudesse nos dar essa entrevista, pudesse aqui conversar um pouco conosco e vamos conversar com ele, saber um pouco de como funciona a maçonaria na Malásia, como funciona a maçonaria na Ásia, entre outros assuntos também. Grandmaster, welcome. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you. Thank you, most worshipful Grandmaster.
My brother, Grandmaster, how was your journey in Freemasonry?
Well, my journey in Freemasonry has been very exciting. It's
Right?
almost 40 years now. It has taken me around to meet loads of brethren around the world and to share their knowledge about Freemasonry and how they run their lives and their lodges around the world.
Okay.
It has taught you to care not just for yourself, your family, but also care for other people, for people who do not have what you have. That is the most important
Right?
aspect journey. I'm also a Shriner. Are you a Shriner?
Yeah,
I've
Shriner. Yeah.
yeah, I've gone through all the degrees and the side degrees. So the more you go from the second degree to the side degrees, the more you learn. All right. I
Right?
also done the Scottish rites, which you learn different things.
Yeah.
But in this part of the world, technically, the colonial masters have ruled masonry in this part of the world, in all of the colonies. All right. That I think you're fully aware. United Grand Lodge of England has been sort of so-called the masters, the colonial masters throughout. So we have had a lot of problem trying to establish our Grand Lodge of Malaysia. There was a lot of opposition.
Right?
So, so in spite of that opposition, we finally managed to, you see, the law in Malaysia is very different. You have to register a society first. In other words, you're legally registered. All right. And then we went ahead and consecrated. So the Grand Lodge of Malaysia was consecrated on the 5th of November 2022. We had 4 Grand Lodges participating, 2 from India, 1 from Australia, and 1 from the Philippines.
Right?
So they attended our consecration. And I'm the inaugural Grand Master. Like all Grand Lodges, when they start, well, it's important that you have 3 lodges first. So we have 3 lodges, and that is how we are slowly uh, developing and getting members around. The difficult part in this country is because this is a Muslim country.
Right?
Malaysia is very much a Muslim country.
Okay.
So we have to tread very carefully. So what we did, the Grand Lodge of Malaysia, what we did is we took the Turkish ritual. The Turkish is quite ASR Scottish ritual. So we took that and we modified it to suit our purpose without changing the basic tenets of Freemasonry. All right. So
Understand?
we do not, we have removed all the biblical elements and the Zionist elements because government and the establishment do not like this. So, so instead of saying, King Solomon Temple, we say the Temple of Ideals, Masonic Temple of Ideals. Simple as that. So we have modified our rituals. The meaning is the same: to make good men better, to make them better citizens, and to be loyal to king and country first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. If you can teach Freemasons to care for the family, care for the people, and be loyal to king of country, then I think you've got the man, you made him good. So this is more, and to teach him about charity. All right. Charity, of course, it does not mean that you got to be rich. You don't have to be rich. Irrespective what you give, it's still a charity from your heart. As long as it is not calculated, then it is charity. So this is how we are working, and we are certainly slowly expanding. I had the opportunity to meet the vice president, who is from Philippines, who was the proposer or the seconder of our admission to S.O.G.L.I.A.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so on his way back, I had dinner with him, and he's in Manila. And we've been talking, no doubt, S.O.G.L.I.A, your headquarters, S.O.G.L.I.A, is in Serbia, is it? Am I right? Where is the headquarters? In Europe. So a lot of members are in Latin America, in Africa, and Europe,
Right.
but very few in this part of the world. So far, it's only the Grand Lodge of the Philippines and our Grand Lodge. There are
Okay.
only two. So I think we will have to work on a movement whereby we should try to rope in other Grand Lodges here to come in amity with us. And that will take time because of the colonial thinking. And I think Brazil is very well aware of this colonial thinking. I mean, the Portuguese were also colonials anyway, and that's why you speak Portuguese. And so were the Spanish. They were all colonials.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So that is how it is. And this is our vision. Our vision is to try to form a little, what do you call, perhaps a chapter in this part of the region. This is what we've been thinking. I had a chat with Manuel, the Grand Master of Grand Logia Filipina. So this is what he was talking, that we should move along those directions. That is as far as the Southeast Asia region is concerned.
Excellent, my brother, Grandmaster. What is this story of Freemasonry in Malaysia?
Well, the story of Freemasonry in Malaysia started off many, many years during the colonial times. The first lodges that were established in this part of the country, of Malaysia, were directly under the United Grand Lodge of England.
Right.
All right. So for the last, since our independence, we are independent since 1957. So there have been a lot of talk about forming a Grand Lodge, an independent Grand Lodge for Malaysia, but many people were scared, frightened, frightened to form the Grand Lodge of Malaysia because whenever somebody wants to do, the United Grand Lodge of England will put a spanner in the works, will
Right.
try to stop it. All right. So
Right.
there are about 2,000 odd Freemasons, but they're all either English, Scottish, or Irish. So when we formed Grand Lodge of Malaysia, there were few of them who joined us, but once they got the letters from the United Grand Lodge of England, they all resigned, a lot of them, because you know how the Masonic penalty is. And that frightened a lot of people. But somehow, a small group with me, we proceeded and we formed the Grand Lodge of Malaysia. So it has been a difficult journey, but we are here now to stay.
Right. Okay, my brother, fantastic. My brother, how was the Grand Lodge of Malaysia founded?
We founded in November 2022.
Right, right,
We had to register legally first. Government regulations require that you register first,
right.
right?
Perfect.
If you are legally registered, then nobody can tell you anything. So the law is such in this country.
I understand. Okay.
So we had to abide by the law. So that's how we are registered.
Understand.
Yeah.
My brother, and what are the plans of the Grand Lodge of Malaysia for the future?
We are talking about zooming into this ASEAN region, the Asia Pacific region, to get into more collaboration with the Grand Lodge of Philippines,
Right?
Manuel. All right. So I have met him. So this is what we've been talking. And I am going down to Australia in January and try to convince the Grand Lodge of Queensland to join us, join S.O.G.L.I.A.
Right.
So if they can join S.O.G.L.I.A, then we will have at least 3 Grand Lodges from this region in S.O.G.L.I.A. All right. So
Right.
this is our plan. So because you are in Latin America, you got many Grand Lodges there. And there are many Grand Lodges in Europe, right? So we are only just 2 of us, which are aligned to S.O.G.L.I.A.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
All right. All right. Fantastic. Or your work in this context, what are the expectations of the Grand Lodge now being part of S.O.G.L.I.A?
Well, we are very excited. We are certainly excited. Uh, Most worshipful brother Borko has been very kind.
Okay.
I think he
Yes.
has heard about us from most worshipful brother Philip Fowler. Philip Fowler has been our proposer, and that's how I got to know Borko. Of course, I've not met Borko, and I think they all know about our struggle and our formation. And we are equally excited to be in S.O.G.L.I.A.
All right. Fantastic, my noble Grandmaster.
Thank you.
My brother, Grandmaster,
Yes.
in the general vision, in your opinion, how do you see Freemasonry in Asian in the general context,
Uh,
now in the future?
well, as you know, uh, because there are so many craft associations and many like-minded charitable organizations, it's an organization where there will be difficulty to get the younger people to join because the media is so different now. Their interests are different.
Right?
We are not 50 years ago. It's different. All right.
Yeah.
Where you like to dress up and you go and you meet the like-minded people. Now the world is so small because of the media, and people have got so many attractions to keep themselves busy. So Freemasonry is having a tough time to get people to join them. And I think the only thing you can do is like Dr. Oliver said, large numbers are not necessarily beneficial.
Right?
If you have small numbers that are united, it's better to have large numbers who are not united.
Yeah.
So big numbers don't mean anything if they're not united. So a small, happy organization is better than a big organization that is not happy.
I agree.
Yeah. So this is my thinking,
Excellent. Perfect, my brother. Perfect explanation. My noble brother, Grandmaster, I thank you again for your presence and would like you to leave us a final message for the brothers of Brazil and all parts of the world.
Yes. I wish you and your brethren very well, and hopefully, God willing, I'll be able to make a trip to Brazil to
Right?
meet you all. It's a long way. It's a long way because not many people from here go to Latin America because there's a lot of attraction in this part of the world itself.
Yeah.
That is why the world is so big. So I've been to India many times and to uh, Australia and the neighboring countries. So our concentration is along this region for the moment. But hopefully, I have spoken to Manuel. Hopefully, in the future, I will talk to him and we will try to form annual com to be held in Manila, where all of you could come. Again, for you will be a long distance, you see. So that's it. But that is why, because of this long distance, I think perhaps the S.O.G.L.I.A headquarters can regularly do a Zoom meeting or virtual meeting of Grand Masters. That will
Right.
be helpful. That will be helpful. I think the S.O.G.L.I.A headquarters got to organize this. What is your position in S.O.G.L.I.A? What are you?
My position actually is vice president of Brazil, Sogria for Brazil.
Right. So you're the vice president for Brazil, right? Really, the norm is that one country should have only one Grand Lodge to
Understand?
unite the country. When a country has many Grand Lodges, it becomes difficult
Understand?
because they have different opinions. All right.
Yeah.
Like even in Australia, uh, every state has got a Grand Lodge, which is not right. And that is why they have differences. Within one country, then there are differences. So
Right.
I think the United Grand Lodge themselves preach that every country should have just one Grand Lodge. So as far as Malaysia is concerned, I don't think the government will allow the registration of another Grand Lodge. It's not possible. So we are the sovereign Grand Lodge of Malaysia. There's only one.
I understand.
Yeah. So the English, Scottish, and the Irish, they are not a Grand Lodge here in Malaysia. They are a district. They are under England, Scotland, and Ireland. So
Ok,
they are just a district.
ok, I understand.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we wish you well, and hope you will pass the message to S.O.G.L.I.A headquarters to try to do a Zoom meeting, a virtual meeting of Grand Lodges in different parts of the world. I mean, you don't have to have all the Grand Masters together, but you can have, say, a group of five, five, five each time,
Right.
different time zone. Say about five grandmasters this month, and the next month another five grandmasters or 10 grandmasters. So you get the whole view, the world view. And I think the Secretariat of S.O.G.L.I.A should do that. Maybe you can pass that message to the headquarters or to Borco.
Ok.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
Ok,
Okay,
my brother.
thank
My
you.
brother, thank you again for your
Thank you
presence.
very much. Thank you very much. Nice speaking to you. And you take
The
care.
grand architect of the universe bless you, bless all brothers in
Yes,
Malaysia.
same. Huh?
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you, brother.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
A todos vocês que nos acompanharam até o momento, o nosso muito obrigado. Tenho certeza que gostaram aqui de compartilhar a experiência com o nosso grão-mestre, Akbal Sandhu, grão-mestre da Grande Loja da Malásia. Sabemos aqui um pouco, ficamos sabendo aqui um pouco da opinião do nosso grão-mestre, também como funciona a maçonaria na Ásia. E temos aqui, é muito bom, né, esse bate-papo, para termos uma noção de como funciona a maçonaria no mundo. Agradeço a todos vocês, espero todos no nosso próximo episódio do nosso Bodpapo Podcast aqui no canal da G.L.M.R.B, Grande Loja Maçônica Regular do Brasil. O grande arquiteto do universo abençoe a todos e até o nosso próximo encontro.